quit my job to focus on content. I'm joking, but I did quit my job this week and let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Are you happy to be in Paris? Are you happy to be here? You better be. I am about to get ready and I'm just in a chatty mood. Think about it as an update you didn't ask for. Oh, I feel so much better. My lips were going through it. I quit my job this week. Your girl is unemployed again. I'm back in the unemployment district. I am back. It was not impulsive. It was intentional. I am going to try my best to do my makeup while I talk because I am on a time crunch. Honestly, not really. I'm not really on a time crunch, but I just don't want to get to the end and I'm rushing. So we are going to try our best to talk and glam. But I worked at a hair salon. It was part-time, 3 days a week. I don't know if that's considered part-time or full-time, but I worked there. I was there for a year. Pretty chill job, pretty routine. Nothing's really ever new. I worked as a receptionist. Nothing was really ever new, but I ended up quitting on Tuesday. When I started working there, I had a pretty consistent schedule. I worked Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and I was okay with that. I'm a pretty routine person in the sense that I like stability, and I don't like when things change without my knowledge. If something is going to change in my life that's going to somehow affect my daily routine, I like to know about it beforehand. So my schedule basically with content and filming, editing, and all of that, it would revolve around my work schedule. The days that I'm not working at the salon, I'm filming content, I'm editing, I'm doing all of that stuff. So needless to say, it worked out pretty well because I had time to focus on content and edit and do all of that stuff while still clocking in on the days that I was scheduled for, which were Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Then my boss started to change my schedule, and he would do it in the sense that I would just check the schedule and I'm working different days, and I would be a bit confused because you don't even know if I'm available, and all of a sudden I'm working Fridays when I don't usually work Fridays. What if I have things to do on Friday? So I brought it up to him and I told him, hey, I don't mind you switching my schedule and everything like that, but I would just appreciate a little bit of communication. He asked me, are you available to work on this day so you can switch your shift from this day to this day? Cool, calm. That's all I asked for. I don't think I asked for too much. Turns out I did. Because after that, the same thing kept happening where my schedule would be changed without me knowing, without asking. And I would keep having the same conversation over and over again. Till one day, my schedule got changed to work. I was supposed to work on Wednesday and they switched my schedule and asked me to come in on Thursday without asking me prior if I was available on Thursday. And that Thursday I had to take my little sister to the hospital. She's in school, so she picked out the day where she wasn't as busy and she could miss school, and it ended up being the Thursday, and I agreed to take her to the hospital because I was off on that day. I end up having to tell my boss that I'm actually not available on Thursday because I have to take my little sister to the hospital. So if it's possible, I would just put me back in on the day that I was supposed to work originally. He said no. And my shift ended up being given to another person. The receptionist who worked Thursdays was not available on Thursdays. So they made her come in on Wednesday, which is the day that I work. So they basically made her switch shifts without asking me to accommodate her. That does not make sense. If she's not able to come in, stay home, period. Why is she getting a shift? Why are we accommodating her if she's not able to come in the first place? Am I tripping? I don't think I am. It just got to a point where I felt like anyone would get tired of having the same conversation over and over again and not being heard, because when I would bring it up, it would be, oh, we hear you, we were not trying to be sneaky and everything. It's not even about being sneaky. It's girl A is not able to work her shift on Thursday, so you guys switch my shift with her shift without asking me if I'm able to switch the shifts. And when I'm not available to work her shift, I'm completely taken out of the schedule and she still gets to work my shift? Huh? At some point, it was just giving favoritism. I told him on days when I'm not available, I'm doing something. On days when I've told you I only work Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. So on Thursday, Fridays, Mondays, I'm doing something. I'm up and moving. I prefer for my schedule to be fixed. And he basically told me he wasn't aware that my schedule was as strict, but now that he knows, he will work around it. I said, cool, calm. Did he work around it? No. So on Tuesday, the day that I quit, I went into work, and when I walk in, there's a girl at the front, and I'm a bit confused because I'm like, what are you doing here? Taken, it was snowing heavily that morning. I'm slipping and sliding on the road. Literally, the roads were scary. They had not cleared the snow yet. I'm trying to get to work in the morning. I get to work and there's someone at the front, so I'm a bit confused. And my boss was there, and he looks at me, he's like, what are you doing here? You're not working today. Go home. I'm like, mind you, I work every Tuesday. He's like, oh, why didn't you check your schedule? You have to check your schedule. The schedule changed. I'm like, you didn't tell me you were going to change the schedule. So at that point, I just realized, bro, I'm not doing this with you anymore. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I don't want to do this. And then after everything I went through to get to work that morning, and his tone just set me off, talking about, go home, you're not working today. I walked away from the conversation. I'm not doing this with you today. Please, I'm not in the mood. Got home. I really, I thought about everything, especially because last time I was unemployed for quite some time. Why actually want to take that risk with looking for a job? The job market is bad, we all know that, but I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is bad for my mental health. I gotta put me first. Lucius. Going to put my time and effort into content, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all of that, and just see where it leads. But to me, staying there was just not worth it anymore. But now that we are unemployed, just like I said, I want to focus on content. My main focus right now is really just staying disciplined and staying focused despite not having a job, because I think I tend to fall into the routine of not doing anything or just thinking I have so much time, so I push things to the side. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to stay consistent and just stay on top of my routine, basically the gym, filming, and all of that stuff. So I want to try posting 2 YouTube videos. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I just mainly want to focus on discipline and just staying consistent in everything that I have going on. I'm gonna take you guys on the journey. I'm not really a pretending person. There's not a lot of pretending on this channel. I just tell things how they are, and I'm just gonna bring you guys along the journey while I figure it out. So it's not like I quit my job to become a full-time content creator. It's just that I am unemployed at the moment, and I'm just going to act like a full-time content creator. What does that mean? Full days of filming, editing, posting, all of that jazz, while still looking for something on the side, because your money gotta come from somewhere. The money gotta come from somewhere, babes. And we can only stay unemployed for so long before I start begging for scraps. For now, that's kind of the plan. I'm thinking of posting a full-on gym routine, probably leg day. Just show you guys my leg day routine. So you can expect a lot of gym vlogs. I also just switched to a new gym. I haven't really started going, but I've paid for the membership and everything, so I'm probably gonna start going next week. I'm not as excited about it. I'm switching over to Planet Fitness. I'm not as excited about it because I don't like the interior. I don't like the colors. The purple and yellow just don't do it for me. But I told y'all that I wanted to make more financial smart decisions and cutting down on some of my expenses, and the gym was one of them. So we've switched over to Planet Fitness. It is a cheaper gym. They do have more things compared to Good Life Fitness. I will give them that, and more equipment as well. Literally, it's a good gym. It's just the purple and yellow. I don't like it, but we're gonna have to like it. I'm just gonna have to get used to it, I guess, for now. I feel like every year, January, something always happens in January, and it's because January is so long. I just feel like something has to happen in January to fill in for all this time we have. We feel the whole 31 days of January, that's for sure. I'm not mad at it though. It's my birthday month. I love January. January has some of my favorite moments all the time, every year. But dang, I feel like this has been a very eventful January for sure. This is not how I thought it was going to end, but it is what it is. I keep telling myself I've been unemployed before. I'll be fine. I won't die. Last time I almost died, but I didn't die. I will be fine because God got me, literally. I feel like because I spend so much time filming and editing and all of that, I don't feel bored per se yet. I just have to work on not being bored. But I feel like content and everything helps me feel like I still have a job. It's not paying me yet, but it's better than not doing anything. So I'm just grateful that I have this. I just have a little side gig that I'm trying to force to be my main gig. But I'm just glad that I have this to keep my mind. This blush is so pretty. It's the NARS blush, the shade Teased. It's so stuck. This is so pretty. I need a better blush brush. The one I have right now is not doing it for me. I need a better one. But wow, look at that. I'm just gonna use this. That's so pretty. You see that? Wow. But anyways, if you guys have anything you want to see on this channel, please comment. Let me know. Honestly, growing a YouTube channel is one of the most interesting things I've ever done, or trying to grow a YouTube channel. It literally, most of the times, I feel like I film my little videos and I'm talking to myself and I just post. I'm just putting them out in the world and I'm hoping that they will reach someone. And I feel like that is really the best I can do, because I'm doing my part, which is showing up and posting and staying consistent. The rest is literally in the hands of God and the algorithm. Mostly God. But if this video shows up on your page, on your YouTube or whatever, if you end up watching this whole thing and you get to this point, comment what you want to see on my channel. Thank you. Let me know. I am open to suggestions, all kinds of suggestions. I'm pretty much done. What time is it? 6:02. I'm getting picked up at 7:15. I have been using this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade 2. I've been using it on my smile lines, and for the longest time, everything I've tried when it comes to smile lines has not worked till I started doing this. They still show up, but I just think they're not showing up as fast. So I get the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I get the Charlotte Tilbury powder and I smile. And I apply it right here, and then I stop smiling, and then I blend it. And I literally only get smile lines mostly on this side of my face. I don't know why. I know why. And I smile, it's more prominent on this side. See, it's deeper on this side. But I don't really get smile lines on this side. But after I go in with, this is the shade 3. I repeat the same thing. I smile, I apply it in the creases. Let's just do on this side too. And then I blend it out. After that, I go in with my setting spray, and I use the L'Oreal setting spray. This setting spray literally smells like toxins, bro. I'm not even joking. Oh my gosh, I swallowed it. It went in my mouth. Whoa. And that's pretty much how I have been attacking my smile lines. I tried the whole thing where people would say use eyeshadow primer and then your foundation and stuff. That does not work for me, because when I pack too much product on it, it just creases more. So I stopped doing that because that was not helping, and this is all I do now. At the end of the day, I smile too much. God forbid a girl is happy. The smile lines will always be there at the end of it. So I can only do so much unless I stop smiling completely, and that's not gonna happen. Anyways, this is the finished look. Thank you for listening to my little rant. I'm gonna go get dressed now so I can get ready to leave the house. But all to say, I'm super excited for this new chapter. I keep betting on myself. My results are going to depend on how much effort I put in when it comes to content. So my plan is to put in as much effort as I can. But I will see you guys next Sunday. Duh. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your dad that it is Sunday. That means Kahashi posted. And if you know anybody that is hiring, slide in my DMs. If you're hiring, slide in my DMs. If you know somebody that's hiring, slide in my DMs. If your mom is hiring, if your dad, I'm looking for a job, send them my way.